Alrighty, what's going on, Neverwinter? What's going on, YouTube? Garland here, bringing you another Neverwinter video. It's been asked a lot recently what you should do when you become level 70. What are the first steps you should do after reaching level 70? I wanted to toss a quick guide together just to show a majority of the PlayStation 4 user base what you guys should be doing once you get level 70. But this guide will also work for anyone just starting out on the PC platform or the Xbox One platform. First things first, as soon as you get level 70, you're going to want to come to the Enclave and talk to Sergeant Knox. He's going to have a lot of new quests for you right off the bat, which include your campaigns. So all the campaigns that were locked at level 70, like Sharandar, the Dread Ring, Icewind Dale, he's going to have a quest for you to go to each of those maps. And there's a little tutorial that you have to go through to unlock each of those maps and their corresponding campaigns. First things first, you're going to want to talk to Sergeant Knox. He's going to say, congratulations on being level 70, blah, blah, blah. He's going to want you to go and talk to Lord Neverwinter. So you'll run right up here, and you will talk to Lord Neverwinter. And he is basically going to give you a free Packed Fire artifact offhand. For free, just for getting level 70, you'll get a artifact offhand. I've been getting a lot of questions recently what weapon set you should get before you can start farming your Twisted set. The Packed Fire is fine. You will get your offhand for free after you get level 70. You'll talk to him, you'll get it right out of his chest. Also, once you finish the Elemental Evil campaign, which starts at level 60. You can start working on the Elemental Evil campaign at level 60. Once you finish the Elemental Evil campaign, I believe you get a free artifact weapon from this. Things have changed over time. This is how it used to be. I'm not 100% sure if it still is this way. So a brand new level 70, please feel free to leave a comment below and tell me if you did get the free Packed Fire offhand and weapon. Both of those, that weapon set is very viable, and you can use it all the way up until you were able to obtain your Twisted set from Demogorgon. I wouldn't upgrade your Packed Fire all the way to Legendary. I would either stop at Blue, the rare quality, or if you really want to upgrade it to the Purple Epic quality, that's up to you, but you should be working on your Twisted set as soon as you get 2k item level. So that's first things first. You definitely want to knock out and get your Elemental Evil campaign done so you can get your free artifact weapon, and then once you get level 70 you'll be able to just get your free offhand. Now let's talk about some easy obtainable gear for once you get to level 70. If I can run. So you're going to run down here. Of course, I've said this numerous times in numerous videos about the trade bar guy. If you're a paying player, you have the option to open up lock boxes, which will reward you with Tarmaloon trade bars, which can be listed on your riches page. Well, you go to the Tarmaloon trade bar merchant, and you can go down to the equipment tab, pick what class you are, and it will bring up the Duskgrade breastplate and helmet. You want to pick the one for your build. I don't know what build you're going to use. Obviously Power and Crit would be for my build, so I would go with the Assault Longcoat and the Raid Cowl. Now as you can see, it costs 80 trade bars and 65 trade bars, so that does cost a little bit of money, unfortunately. If you don't open lockboxes, there is another way to get other gear. Another thing from the trade bar merchant that you want to start getting is enchantments. It only costs 6 trade bars per enchantment. You want to snag a few of these and start tossing them in your gear, depending on what class you are and what build you are, So, your tank types might be getting recovery or hit points or power or whatever the case may be. Whatever your class and what your build is calling for, you can get rank 7s for only 6 bars each. It's a very viable source. Unfortunately, if you can't get trade bars, if you don't have VIP, for instance, and you're not getting one key a day and opening up at least one lockbox a day, you're going to have to either get rank 5s in the game and start leveling up rank 5s yourself, or rely on the trade house. And if you can snag a few enchantments out of the trade house, so be it. You want to start with rank 7s and work your way all the way up to rank 12s. So once you do get level 70, you're going to get your free artifact weapon set. You want to start working on your gear, and then start slowly working on your campaigns. I've said this numerous times before, your campaigns are important. Once you unlock them, you need to start doing them every day. The weekly and the daily quests for Sharandar, Dreadring. Icewind Dell is a little harder. Icewind Dell is probably the hardest campaign, so if you can't really work on Icewind Dell right away due to your item level and the mobs are too hard in the map, just focus on Sharandar and Dreadring, and of course your Tyranny of Dragons. You want to be working on your Underdark as well. Your Maze Engine you could have started at level 60, so you should be finishing it up by this point, as well as the Elemental Evil. Once you start finishing those, and you start getting your item levels up, your main goal is to at least get to 1600 item levels so you can start doing tier 1 dungeons. Your tier 1 dungeons are going to be the Kessels, the Shores, Malabog's Castle, Valindra's Tower, and Lost Mouth. They all have a requirement of 1600, which you're going to gain seals from. So what seals am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the elemental seals. Seals of the Element are going to be your tier 1 seals. If you run over into the marketplace to the vendor, which is right here in the left corner, you're going to see that you can get a tier 1 blue set. Now, some people actually have the luxury of they're able to skip a tier 1 set altogether. How are they doing that? Well, they're leveling up their artifacts. If you can get your artifacts to Mythic, that's 160 gear score each for 4 artifacts. You should have no problems getting to 2k item level remotely quickly. So what they're doing is they're able to skip this entire set and skip to the tier 2 set, which is what I recommend you guys start working on. When you're at level 70, you want to strive to get the 135 gear, which is the Elven set. It costs the Protector Seal. The Protector Seal drops in tier 2 dungeons, which is going to be your Temple of the Spiders, Cragmire Crypts, Grey Wolf Den, and Castle Never, as well as Demogorgon. But you need 2500 to do Epic Demogorgon. I think it might only be 2k for normal Demogorgon. It might be 2500 just for normal Demogorgon as well. I honestly don't remember. But there are numerous ways how to gear up a fresh level 70 that are all attainable. You can actually get seals of the element for the tier 1 gear just by farming Prophecy of Madness. There is no item level requirement for Prophecy of Madness or Throne of the Dwarven Gods, and both will reward you with elemental seals. So there is no excuse not to be able to get your at least tier 1 blue set, which is only item level 130, but that all adds up. There should be no excuse for you guys not to get at least a tier 1 set remotely quickly. I've been getting numerous questions asking me how to gear up a fresh level 70 and how to increase your item level quickly enough. Well, that's the main goal right there, is you either want to get this tier 1 set, or if you're capable to move right on to the tier 2 set. As you notice, the tier 2 set is only 5 item level difference, but the statistics on the gear are a little bit better. So you want to focus to get your tier 2 gear. This is going to be pretty much end game gear, the Elven set, for most of you guys, until you can get your Dragonflight. And Dragonflight is not easy to get. It's not very easily attainable, unfortunately. You have to have a high ranking guild to even do the guild stronghold event. So you're going to want to strive to at least get your Elven set. once you get your Elven set, then you can start working on your twisted weapons and then upgrading them, and also upgrading whatever set you're wearing for your neck and waist. Let's talk about rings very quickly. You want to get the rings based on what race you are and what your build is. Most of the rings are going to either come from Prophecy of Madness or Throne of the Dwarven Gods. If you look in the menu and go over to the collections, you can go down to the zone rewards here, I believe, and under Underdark. Scroll over, and as you can see, the Underdark rings. It'll list every ring that's obtainable in the game for the Underdark rings, and it will tell you where they come from. So if we scroll down to Ring of Brutality +5, it says it drops from Demogorgon and Epic Demogorgon. So if you're a tank class, Ring of Rising Fortitude actually comes from Throne of the Dwarven Gods. Ring of Rising Focus, it says it comes from Prophecy of Madness. You want to at least strive to get the +4s. The +4s are not hard to get. The +4s will yield you 1 offensive slot and 1 defensive slot on a majority of all of these rings. I believe actually every single +4 is an offensive and defensive slot. The +3s only have 1 slot. You want to get the +4s for the 2 slots, then you can slot 2 enchantments in it, further increasing your item level. It's all about raising your item level to do higher tiered dungeons. If you're lucky enough to come across a +5, then congratulations. They're not easily findable in the game. Now, I mentioned before, if you cannot do trade bars, like if you're a strictly free player that cannot do trade bars to buy that armor right away, there is a free method and another option. If you don't want the Elven gear, you can't obtain the Duskgrade gear from the trade bar. You can go to Mantle Dareth and you can try to get you some of the Drowcraft armor. So let's load into Mantle Dareth really quickly here. Once you zone into Mantle Dareth, the trade's going to be up on the left. This is also where you get the twisted set. Here's the twisted vendor right here. I'll just show very quickly. So here's your twisted set for when you get enough twisted ichor, and right here is the armor dealer. Drowcraft armor, 600 demonic ichor for the chest piece, 400 for the helmet, 400 for the boots, and another 400 for the wrist guards. Now let's quickly look at how to get demonic ichor. It's under campaign currency, and if we go all the way to the bottom right here, as you can see, it's found in Demonic Heroic Encounters, Throne of the Dwarven Gods, Prophecy of Madness, Demogorgon, and Epic Demogorgon. You can only obtain 400 demonic ichor a week, and you can only stack 1200. So 3 weeks you can stack worth. As you can see, I'm capped. I don't pay attention to it very much these days. But you can only get 400 total a week. So if you farm Prophecy of Madness or Throne of the Dwarven Gods non-stop trying to get your rings, you will accumulate some demonic ichor as well. Once you get 400, you can come to this guy here in Mantle Dareth and slowly buy your gear. Now, to get all of this, obviously it's going to take 3 weeks just to get these 3 pieces, and then another 2 weeks to get the armor. So this does take a little bit of time. It's also item level 135, and the stats are slightly different than the Elven. The Elven is a lot easier to obtain, so if you want to get the Elven, that's not a big deal. The Drowcraft does have a set bonus, which will help you in some cases in Demogorgon, for instance, if you can read the bonuses there. Now the big thing, and this is what I recommend, especially for you PlayStation 4 players. Now the people that are playing on PC and Xbox are going to already have access to shirt and pants. So these shirt and pants right here, these are crafted. So if no one is making them for your class on PlayStation 4 yet, unfortunately you're just not going to be able to obtain them yet. You're going to have to wait until these start coming out. And this is the top end game gear, 145 for the shirt and pants. However, you can get the Drowcraft set, which is the Drowcraft shirt and pants. Now it's only item level 135, but it's going to be better than anything that you PlayStation 4 people can get right now. So if you want to get these just with your demonic Ichor, that is fine, and then go ahead and get your Elven set and use your Elven set all the way up until your Dragonflight, that's perfectly fine. So everything I've mentioned in this video is basically for a brand new level 70 and how to gear up remotely quickly. Actually, it shouldn't take you guys that long to gear a brand new level 70. Basically, if you farm and grind the dungeons, you're going to get the seals, you're going to accumulate the seals, you're going to get the gear. The faster you do this, the better. My number one recommendation is find friends. Join a guild. Join a guild that is working on their guild, that is willing to build up the guild, whether it be on the same playtime as you. If you're a foreign player, you're going to want to try to join a foreign guild just so you're on the same playtime. You want to make friends. You want to start farming dungeons. You want to start grinding non-stop. You have to get those seals to get your item level up. Once you get up to about 2,500, then, you can start farming Epic Demo, start getting your twisted weapons. Your guild will slowly start progressing. You'll eventually start doing, Dragonflight, and everything will fall together. But it is very easy to level up a brand new level 70 to get to 2K item score. There's no reason that anyone should be under 2K, even on the PS4. I know a lot of you guys are still grinding to even get to level 70. A lot of you are casual players. There's no problem with that. Hopefully this video helps you out on how you should properly, take the course and just get the appropriate gear. Like I said, I've said in previous videos, you want to start working on your campaigns as soon as possible. Your biggest item level increases are going to come from your 4 artifacts, so you want to level these up. Level your artifacts up before you even start to work on your weapon or your set bonuses here. The artifacts are more important. You're going to gain the most statistics from the artifacts and the most item level from the artifacts. So like I said, there's no reason that anyone on the PS4 should have any issues obtaining 2K, 2300, 24, 2500 item level remotely quickly, because it basically just comes down to how much time you personally want to invest in the game. You can sit here and farm Prophecy of Madness and Throne of the Dwarven Gods for 10 hours straight if you really want to. Same thing with the Tier 1 dungeons and the Tier 2 dungeons. You can sit there, you get 5 guys together, you can farm these all night long. So you can get your 135 item level gear. Like I said, you want to slowly start working on your enchantments as well. Get your level 7s, start refining them into level 8s, and then to level 9s, and to level 10s, etc. It's a grind, the whole game is a grind. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of feedback and a lot of questions for people that have just obtained level 70 and they weren't sure what to do. So just as a brief rundown for this video, talk to Sergeant Knox. He's going to tell you to talk to Lord Neverwinter. He's going to give you your free artifact offhand. If you finish the Elemental Evil campaign, you should get your free elemental weapon. You want to slowly start working on your seals. Either get the blue 130 tier 1 set, or if you're capable to get your item score up enough start farming those protector seals and start trying to get the 135 tier 2 gear. Of course, as always, if you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment below, send me a message, tweet at me, do whatever you gotta do to get in contact with me if you have any questions. This is gonna pretty much wrap up this video for this week. I did have a video come out early this week on Monday wrapping up the summer festival. If you didn't check that out, be sure you check that out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead, toss me a sub. I really appreciate it. The channel is growing insanely right now. I'm very surprised. I'm very happy. I thank you all for that. I thank you for all that support. It's great. All the feedback, all the positive feedback I've gotten. I have gotten some negative feedback, but hey, that happens. But thank you for all the positive feedback. Next week, Guild Alliances are going to come out. I may do a video on Guild Alliances. I'm not 100% sure yet, but at some point next week, we are going to start the AD grind. There's going to be at least 3 episodes on how to farm AD. That's another hot topic that new users, especially on PlayStation 4, are running into. So I'm going to teach you guys some little secret, sneaky methods on how to make some AD, how to get some AD income going. So hopefully by next week you've seen this video. You're going to be level 70 by then. You're going to slowly start working on your gear. You're working on your campaigns, and then eventually you're going to start working on your AD, which you're going to use that AD to upgrade. Once you get over 2800 item level, the grind really starts. Everything doubles and triples in prices. It's going to take you a very long time to go from 2800 to max item level at 4200. It costs a lot of AD, so try to get to 2800 whenever you can, and then the real grind starts. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. It's going to wrap it up for this week. I will see all you lovely faces next week.